All right, so welcome back for part two of just sort of the state of the mod discussion, where I'm going through just some of the features that the mod has. We barely scratched the surface with the first 30 minutes. We kind of went through character creation and a walkthrough of the table itself and where different things are located. We haven't even begun to discuss how they are getting integrated, and of course the game itself when you're actually playing, or Discord and putting your character up on Discord, etc. But what we're going to do is a continuation from that first video right into the game. So let's go ahead and get that started. And get rid of that, and that, and pull up. Real quick, actually, we do have a YouTube as well. Obviously, you're watching this on YouTube, but you may have seen it on the actual Discord itself. We're linked to it, but we have a pretty nice channel going here. Worked hard on that as well, so that we're trying to make everything integrated and easy for people to understand. Real quick on the videos themselves, there's sort of a tutorial series. Guys, these are so old. I'm thinking about just nixing all of them and redoing them. Of course, right now the focus on just getting the update and the programming and the models and the animations and the images and the artwork and Corrigan's doing this fantastic work you're getting ready to see. But yeah, way to go, Corrigan. That was a good job. All of them, everybody, Navi, everybody, Barbecue with his tiles. Barbecue did all the tiles, guys. And we already know, if you've seen one, you see how gorgeous they look. Nobody's got the tiles like that in TTS. That 3D, it's 3D, but it's just really nice. So anyway, with that, of course, if you would like to be a Patreon, of course, I keep mentioning that. Of course I am, because I would like to see this continue to be developed. The very end of the video, we'll talk about, what is still to develop. But you can just go right there on our banner of our YouTube page. You can get straight to Discord. You can go to our Patreon. And then we have some things on Teespring too. I understand sometimes, you'd like to contribute, but you want to get something also, which is great because, I'd love to see people with their coffee mugs drinking coffee. Show some videos of drinking coffee in your Adventurers Guild mug or t-shirt or what have you. But just getting that set up. I know I still owe some of you guys hats, and we are still in the works. I have not heard back. We had a special logo done by Joe for the hats so that they would meet embroidery specifications, and I still haven't heard back from them. So hats are just killing us. All right. So with that being said, let's go into where we were on the mod. We had all of our characters set up, and I need to turn my headphones down just a little bit there. There we go. We had all of our characters were set up. We had them up here ready to go. A couple of things that I think I failed to mention is if you're not playing in the rule set, or if you need access to just regular event cards, all the rest of the event cards are right here. There's even blanks in there. And then the dungeon deck itself. So all of the dungeon deck is right here. On the right side of the GM table. So we've set up our characters. You have placed your battle dice, I like to call them, and you've placed your models up at the front. So host kind of knows you're ready to go, and it's time to select an adventure, right? It's time to start going. So there's two ways to do that. There's this question mark down here, and you'll hit that question mark, and what will pop up is a map, and there are icons on the map, each one representing one of the objective rooms. So, the fountain room, the fighting pit, the tomb chamber, fire chasm, idol room. And as we know, there are 6 adventures under each of these. So if you want to just go, and I know what adventure I'm running, this is particularly for adventure guides and hosts. I know what I want to run. You can go straight to it. Or you can play by this standard mechanic, which is doing a random adventure, and you can click random adventure here. So let's talk about that. What happens if you click random adventure? Well, what happens is you'll be prompted to select a dungeon card, an objective room card from the dungeon deck that was right here. That's why these spawned this way on load. Okay, that's why these are here when the game loads up. So you click your question mark button, you click random adventure, it'll tell you to draw a card, you draw a card, you place the card on the activation area, and a prompt will appear telling you to roll 1d6. You'll roll 1d6, and as soon as you have a result, the system now knows exactly what adventure was chosen, and you did so randomly. The other way to do it is just to go straight to the adventure that you know you want to run. So we're going to run a Heroes Awakens, which we know is in the Tomb Chamber. So we're going to click the Tomb Chamber, and we are going to select a Hero Awakens. And here is the work that Corgan has been doing. You don't have to run to a PDF and start searching through and finding the right page and see. None of that. As soon as you click your adventure, it comes up in front of you in beautiful graphic form, the story and the campaign and the mission that you're getting ready to go on, as well as any special rules that are involved. Now, you'll notice to the right, there's a next and a previous button. The next button, only the host will be able to activate that next button. For this one, we're going to show you, of course. When you click that next button, this explains the rules and describes what happens when you find the objective room. But there's no need for the players to know that while they're adventuring. They don't know what's going to happen. Right now, all we got to worry about is getting there and surviving, right? We don't want to die first. Once we get there, we'll figure it out. And that's when you can go in and look at the back end and see what the rules are involved once you've found that. So before you get there, all you have is this. So when you're ready to select this adventure and you're positive that this is the one you want, there's a confirm button down here, and that tells the system you are confirming that this is what we're running now. We're running the Hero Awakens. Beg your pardon. So you click the confirm button, and several things are going to happen when you do this. When you click the confirm button, first thing, the Tomb Chamber dungeon deck was created. So you have a dungeon deck already put together for you, randomly selected from the dungeon cards, with the objective room somewhere randomly in the bottom 7 cards. It's already done. Then an event deck specially for that adventure will spawn as well. Now, for the update, it's the same deck. It's just the core set deck like I talked about. But in the future, we already have this capability. It's been programmed. For instance, if you're running one of Little Monk's adventures and you get his haunted adventure, well, it has a special event deck just made for that adventure, and that deck will appear right here. Okay? So we're running this. Another thing that happens is Sea Ranger is working on this for us, is that there will be a special scene, excuse me, there'll be a special scene designed, nothing too fancy at first anyway. Again, depending on Patreon support, we'll see how detailed that everybody wants it. It'll be up to you guys. Y'all get to vote on what you want to have done next to the game. But this is just one I put together. This is not Sea Ranger's, so I'm sure he would not take credit for this because it's pretty rough. But nonetheless, it's best I could do with my limited skills and talent here with TTS. But it's a little opening scene. But what will happen is we'll have a different opening scene depending on the adventure. For instance, it's not ready yet, but he's working on it. For a Hero Awakens, it'll be a snowy mountainside, like in the northern portions of Kislev. And it'll be this snowy mountain with maybe some sound effects, right? Windy, that will appear when you click that confirm button. The dungeon deck already appears when you click that confirm button. The event deck already appears when you click that confirm button. If there are any special particular items that are required, like a cage to carry a goblin in, or a crystal, for instance, in this case, those will appear right here on the GM table as soon as you click that adventure button. So for now, we are going to go ahead and just move it over some because it goes over to the wizard. And what happens, I know we didn't read the story, but what happens, and we don't want to do that. Let's move it up to here. Yeah, that'll work. Is the Ice Queen gave you a crystal to go, hopefully, aid you in your journey and helping reawaken, first of all, finding and then reawakening this hero legend that she knows of. And this crystal has how much power you can get out of it. So it has 1d6 plus 2. So let's go ahead and roll for that for our adventure here. Let's see what we have in our crystal. Be good, be good. Yeah, we have 2. So we have 4. 1d6 plus 2. So there's our crystal done. And that will appear, of course, automatically as soon as you select the adventure. So you're often set. Everything's ready to go. The next thing you need to do is start, right? That's what this start button is for. So you click the start button, and you're going to get a prompt. Ensure the party is ready and press start again. When you press start again, it now has activated the turn tracker, and you are ready to play. In addition to that, the turn order has been set based on the initiative number on your character sheet, your warrior sheet. If you want to change your order, so people, you can go whatever order you want. You simply, like if Barb and Shazam wanted to swap places and Shazam wanted to be the leader and go first, you simply click on Barb and then you click on Shazam and the two will swap places. Simple as that. So with that ready to go, let's get our characters on the starting tile. So you start in front of the arch, and our order then is Elphora, right? And then we have Shazam gets to go, so he's gonna take his place behind the barbarian there. He's not a fool. He knows who's got the strength, and then he knows who's got the toughness next to him. So now we have our 4 models set and ready to go. Look at him. He's ready. He was ready. All right. And you'll notice this big arrow is saying it's Barb's turn, and it automatically went to the power phase. Right now, I'm the wizard. Only the wizard can roll power, and we have 2 power dice in the game right now. We'll just use our standard one. You pick it up. You see how it's glowing? It's glowing. You shake, and you roll. Now, this is important. Oh, we got a 6. I like that. So as soon as you have a couple of things here. Anytime you roll the dice in TTS for this game, you have to give it a little shake before you roll. If you don't give it a shake and you roll, nothing's going to happen. It's not going to register that you've rolled the dice. So you have to pick it up and give it a little shake and then toss it. That says, hey, computer system, I'm getting ready to give you a result. And you'll roll the dice. So we rolled the dice, and we got a 6, and a 6 automatically shows up in the power section of the turn tracker. As the rules go for the guild, they change just a little bit. Again, it doesn't change the game. It's just changing it a little bit for it to work in the system. Is that when you're a new player, very new, and you've never gone on an adventure before, whatever your result is what shows up in the turn tracker. After that, if you bring in a, after you are battle level 2, then it will be the number plus your battle level. So your battle level we've already talked about that, and we're addressing that. Even though the mod is only for level 1, that's as far as we could get programming wise, and you'll see why. It's been a lot to do. So we're at 6. All right. It's Barb's turn. For now, since the way we start, you just want to use that end button. We're going to pass through, and we're going to get straight to the exploration phase. Okay. So hit end. Hit end, end Gungi's turn, and it jumps. It automatically looks for monsters on the board. It sees that there aren't any, and it jumps to the exploration phase, meaning we can take a card, hit F to flip it. Oh, and right off the bat, we get a T-junction. So we're going to have lots of features here we get to show you. First of all, we want to spawn the T-junction. So let's try to get it a little closer and see if we can. Here we go. To spawn a room, 1, it has to be the rules. So if your barbarian is in the middle of this room, it won't work. You'll try it, and you'll get a prompt saying you can't do that. You have to be in a space in front of the doorway, in front of an archway, for you to be able to actually explore. You want to hover over the card. See, when I hover, it says T-junction. It comes up T-junction. And then you want to hit Shift-Alt. When you hit Shift-Alt, the room and its arch will automatically spawn instantly. That's how quick. So there's the room and its arches. Now you might say, well, I don't want to do it this way. If I keep going this way, I'm going to run off the table. You can immediately change the orientation of the arches and the room by simply hovering over the room itself, holding shift down, and hitting, was it L or K? I think it's K. And hitting K. And each time you do it, it changes the direction of the room. Doesn't matter how many times I hit it. So for now, we're going to split it just like that. And now, guess what? We have to split the deck. Well, rather than very awkward in TTS, you have to pick up and hold the deck while you're hitting Shift and Alt. Then you right-click to deal off the bottom of the deck, because that's what's important. So all you have to do now is hover over it and hit L. Your deck split as you had shuffled off the bottom of the deck. So it didn't just split the deck. Nabby had to go in there tediously and program it so that it would shuffle off the bottom, but do so automatically, like, just really fast. So now we have our two decks. We'll take our one deck. We need to unlock it. So we're going to unlock that one, and we need to unlock this one. And now we'll take our deck and simply bring it over, and we'll make this deck this side, and we'll make this deck this side. So you can see this feature of auto-spawning the dungeon follows you. You don't have to come back over here to the GM area all the time to do it. You can just anywhere you want to. Now, I kind of like to put my cards off to the side over here when they've been used. And we are through with the exploration phase. We've explored, so we just hit end. Now it's power phase. I'm the wizard, so I can roll power. So let's roll. 3, right? It's Barb's turn. So I want you to notice something. I'm the wizard. I'm blue. I'm wizard. My icon is on the left. Bring that up a little. The next player's turn shows up on the right. If you want to go and be the color of the next player's turn, which is important to be the right color, all you have to do is click that next icon. This works well. Took a long time and a lot of hard work on Romantic's part. But if you're a single player playing two characters, if I'm playing the wizard, in other words, and the barbarian, look at all I got to do is click that, boom. I'm the barbarian, the camera goes around and it turns and focuses on the barbarian, wherever he is on the table, right? That's pretty cool, guys, right? So it's barbarian's turn. He's going to move in 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, let's go to the right, 4. He's done with his turn. He ends. It's now Elphora's turn. Elphora shows up here. See, now I'm the barbarian. Elphora shows up. I click Elphora. It goes to Elphora. She's going to go 4. I click, let's see. That's all she can do. She's going to end her turn. Shazam's turn. Let's click on him. He's going to go 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's going to go behind the elf. And lastly, we're going to end his turn. It's Gungi's turn. Gungi goes 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's as far as they can get. So that's the end of Gungi's turn. Really can't do anything. He ends his turn. No monsters on the board. Jumps right to power phase. But I'm orange. I can't roll for power. I'll try. Look. See, watch. Nothing will happen. Nothing happens. Only the wizard can roll power. So all you have to do is click that Adventure Guild logo. It takes you to the person who's supposed to roll power. You can grab the dice, roll your power. If it hasn't timed out, it may have timed out, which isn't a big deal. Oh, no. Oh, it didn't time out. We have rolled our 1 already. Shazam is starting to fail us. All right. It's a good example, though, guys. So you rolled a 1. We're going to change this. It is supposed to be 1 for power. He specifically asked me about that, and I gave him the wrong answer. So we're going to change that to 1. And now we get to draw an event deck, though. So here we go. You go over here to the event deck. You draw an event deck. You flip it. And look what we have. 6 goblin archers. You draw it on the activation portion, and here are your 6 goblin archers. Whoop, I didn't grab them all. Here are your 6 goblin archers ready to be placed. It's as quick as that. Now, guys, right now, I noticed for this particular save, somehow the goblin description got a little messed up. It only says strength 3, so they're not set up right. And I think we're at about 20 minutes into this video anyway, so we're going to stop this one and we're going to make a part 3. In between that, though, I'm going to go ahead and just write in the description, the right description of the goblins. In the future, probably the very next update tomorrow or something, the goblins obviously will come up with their proper programming. So hang with me, guys. It only gets better from here. There's lots of features. You haven't even seen some active combat yet, and how fast and easy that goes, particularly when there's not somebody trying to tell and discuss every little thing. You just do it. It goes a lot faster. All right, I'll see you on video 3, guys.